Greetings and welcome back to Factorio. I'm KatherineOfSky, the Belt Diva, and I have done a huge amount of stuff. Let's just start with solar. I have added a bunch more solar panels down here. I have also added a brand new area of solar panels, including a new station near our oil station. This midway station is basically for delivering solar materials, so the robots can go ahead and place them up here in their own little network. I also conquered vast lands to the east. Oh my gosh, I missed a biter base. Okay, I gotta go and fix that. But I pretty much, well, I was gonna say I totally cleared out this entire area, but of course there's that patch over there. Darn it. I must have missed something because I do recall actually going over to that very skinny peninsula over there and clearing them out. So I need to have another look at those guys over there, I guess. And but otherwise, this land was pretty much conquered because maybe we need more land for solar. I'm not sure. But we have the opportunity and the possibility. What I want to do in this episode is kind of figure out where our production is struggling. And I was going to look at stuff before the episode started, but then I realized, oh my gosh, I can't do that because everything's backed up on the lines. So I need to actually launch the rockets, so I will go ahead and do so. Come on, rockets, go, get out of here. But I have spent several hours doing all the other stuff, so that's obviously not going to count toward our totals of how fast we can produce these rockets. But mainly my concern is looking at things like these different arrays down here, where maybe I need to adjust these things, having instead of both of the inputs going this way, maybe I'll have, instead of steel going on a red belt, maybe it should go on a blue belt here, and then the output can be delivered by red belt on this line over there. So that seems to make some amount of sense to me, and we'll just try to get that organized. So maybe I should... The other thing I want to do is figure out how far these materials can go. Looks like they're all running at the moment, so maybe this is not the array to look at. Maybe I need to be looking at something else. Was it these guys? No, those seem to be okay in terms of deliveries. So, but that's, was it these maybe? Aha, these are not running now. Aha, here we found our issue right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the supply for the moment. And then we're going to redo this whole line up here by hopefully doing something simple and copying this nice little setup. And we're just gonna... Oh. Do I need... Nope, I can take out all of these power poles. Okay. And we can reverse them. So let's get rid of this for now. And hopefully, I don't know if this is going to be reversed or not. To be honest, we'll see. Let's reverse it. And which direction does that go? This one is going that way, and actually red needs to go the opposite way, so that's okay that we do this way. I think that's just fine. So basically I will shove this in, and we will... Oh boy. I guess I... Okay, fine. Let's see. So these red ones gotta go the other way. There we go. Go here. Okay, there we go. There we are. Okay, good. And this red one can be... Get rid of this guy. There we go. Nice. So that's the output. And we'll have, let's just have the plastic routing up here. Oopsie. We need another one of those little guys. Ah, okay. Reds. Okay, let's wait for it to be placed. Come on, get it placed. Come on, construction robots, it is your turn. I'm debating whether to... You know what? I'm just going to connect this. I'm not going to worry about those red undergrounds. I'm just going to connect it. Okay, come on, guys. Come on, robots. You are within range. You have no excuse not to place that little red thingy. Okay, and then let's do the same over here. Just cut this off. Okay, boom. That's good. So reverse this again and have an output. And let's see. Is anything going? Nothing is going. Ah, because I forgot the inserters. That would be helpful. So let's just do that. Come on, autosave. There we are. Yay. I guess I could save on inserters if I fix this bottom bit, couldn't I? I could. Let's just see how this works. If more of the machines start functioning better. How are you doing? You're short on plastic. Why are you not picking up plastic? Or, oh, you're short on steel. Okay, there's something going on here with steel. These guys are looking a bit sluggish. Nope, should be fine. I'm guessing steel is just not making it down. I think we're just basically at the limit of our capacity right there. So that is not a bad distance to travel. I think what I'm going to do, I am going to take apart this entire thing. This is just too much waste of stuff. So let's just get this going this way and get our inserters happily situated here. Okay. There we go. And of course, power poles. Alright, so there we go. We can also see better what we're doing, which is also very handy. Should not be underestimated in terms of value. Okay, let's just get rid of this whole thing up here. Again, not that useful. And revamp that. Just going to copy the inserters and leave the belts where they are. There we go. Much easier to do it this way, and then just run the belt line along. There we go. Okay, cool. Actually, we can bring it all the way to the end for repeatability if we need it. And now, I've got to get rid of this line. This is going to be very, very simple. Do it just like we did the other one. So let's grab this line. Basically, we're going to place it exactly how we have the other one. We'll just need to add inserters afterward. Okay, so these guys should be placing on the red lines. Good, good, good. Excellent. And now we just need our handy-dandy stack inserters. Go. There we are. Okay, so this one goes this way. Can someone bring me one of these, please? on, maybe 50, something like that. Okay, so this is part of our problem here, is that basically we are just not getting enough steel. And that's probably just caused basically by an underproduction at the other end of the factory. The thing about it is we probably need to basically feed steel in at an outpost. I'm feeling like this definitely should be made at an outpost so that we can, instead of having 2 lines of this on the main bus, because really each of these should have their own dedicated line, but then, what are we going to do at the end of the bus if we need it further there? I don't know. So I'm thinking what we should do is just have this at a separate location, and service it with a train, so we can finally get some decent throughput on these things, because I don't think are we ready again yet? Oh, we are. Look at that. Huh. It's been about 11 minutes since I started the episode, so here, let's keep on launching, because I want to keep on looking at production. Go, go, shoot, get out of here. Leave, rockets, leave. So that's what I've been thinking, is basically to move each of these rocket production items into maybe its own area that has its own deliveries of steel and its own deliveries of green circuits or red circuits or whatever it is that we need for those particular items. This stuff seems to be doing really, really good. Lots of production for these guys. And right now, and even the rocket setup could use a little bit of change in terms of, all these guys are grabbing stuff from the line. One line is maybe enough to fill 2 rocket bays, but then these guys don't get any of that. So I should probably find a way to service this a little better, maybe having, parallel lines here and then additional lines between the rockets vertically, like this way. That would seem to make a little bit more sense to me in terms of, basically just improving rocket production, because right now this is a split line. This has got half low density structures and half of these rocket control units, whereas the fuel line is completely full of fuel. It is, both sides with fuel. So, I mean, the other thing I could do is just basically split these both that way and just have them going to the end of the line. That's another idea. You know what? I could do that. I could try that. Let's try that. Creating 2 different lines that way. Actually, no. Grump. There we go. And then taking out the splitter and basically reversing this entire thing. Basically doing this whole thing again. I'll just make it go to the end of the rocket and leave it there. Okay, let's reverse this. Okay, cool. And then I just need to do exactly that over there. So let us just copy the entire thing. I want to save this thing. Save it in my miscellaneous blueprints book. This is another one that's reversed. I should call this something like belt, braid, same direction. Okay, and then the other one is belt, braid, reversed. Okay, belt, braid, two directions, I guess. Sounds good. Okay, click. All right, good. Blueprint time. Can never have too many blueprints. Love them. Okay, let's grab this entire structure here. It's basically what we want. Okay. I'm going to shove it right down there. Except we have a slight problem with that, but we'll try to fix it. Let's see if that's enough to fix it. Okay, so it is not enough. Not totally. So... Yep, this is not going to work. Not going to work. I would have to do it a little bit differently. But it's fairly easy to fix anyway. I can always just have that turn. That is not a big deal at all. Not in the least. Okay, let's get rid of these couple of tiles there. Try it again. Need to have this be... Let's see, this thing can go... Okay, I don't know if that's going to interfere or not. I think it might work. Let's try that. Let's just try it. Because this one needs to be moved up. Like that. This one needs to be this-a-wayed. And turn... Nope. Okay, that one goes there. This one goes this way. This rocket fuel is unhappily going the wrong way still. Yeah, that's our max distance we're allowed to go with the rocket fuel, but I think we're going to cheat. Oh my god. Oh, cheating is happening. Oh my goodness. It's horrible. It's okay. Okay, good. So this is going to go this way. There we go. We're just going to bypass this entire mess of a system at the moment. Okay, so that is organized. We could take this back and again do this kind of properly here. There we are. Okay, good. So I think we actually have functionality, maybe? Aha, except for this roboport, which is stupidly in the wrong part of the way. Not quite sure why it is connected as such, but we will fix it. Must be fixed. Yep, see? See, roboport, you still are connecting right there. It's not a big deal. We just moved you a bit. I hope it's okay, actually. Oh, it's not actually okay, is it? Okay, it's because this one does not get access. Though, this is actually now irrelevant because we have pushed that. Well, we almost pushed out the wall of biters. I'll take care of that between episodes so you guys don't have to watch the biter wars. Oh, one thing that I'm noticing we're really short on is batteries. That's one thing I definitely want to make en masse. Okay, guys, so how are we doing? We're doing really badly here. Alright, come on. Suck up all these things until we get those structures, low density structures going on. Okay, these are all... I'm just waiting for things to get reorganized. Okay, and then we need to put some of these robots back in these towers because we have way too many on us. Definitely way too many. Okay, so basically just waiting on low density structures. These guys are already ready. Okay, low density, how you doing? Okay, we are actually seeing a shortfall on making these things. That would probably be because I forgot to add this belt here. So that's now better. Oh, what is happening? How are we doing on power? Looks scary. Yo, how are we doing? Looks like we are producing enough to satisfy, but for some reason these inserters look slow. Everything appears to be normal, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm comparing slow inserters to faster ones. I don't know. But I think one of the things I need to do is basically add more accumulators Because it looks like we are charging the accumulators fully during the day, but we just don't have enough charge available for the nighttime, especially since we've been running our rocket production quite significantly. So, okay, here's a good representation of how far these materials get. Looks like these guys are getting steel, but these guys are not getting enough steel. Definitely not. So, not ideal, that's for sure. And I think it's probably because of the steel production, which is not really production. It's not a production issue, I don't think. It's just a splitting off issue. We've got steel going to other places, making things like solar panels, which we're using to build these massive solar grids and stuff. So I'm thinking this may need to be basically moved to its own outpost, or possibly I could make just like a station here for, well, a station here would probably be for rockets more than production. I'm thinking production maybe should be elsewhere, and then we can just deliver as many rocket parts as we want on the way. So there are many, many things to do in the factory if we wish to increase our rocket production. Let's see. Yeah, we are gone again. So let's launch some more rockets. Launch them all. Get going with this. And yeah, satellite production is low, I think, because of the battery situation. They require an incredible amount of accumulators. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the accumulators. Yay, rockets! Woo! Have fun. So, anyway, it's kind of rough, but we will get it sorted out. In any case, thank you for joining me. I'm KatherineOfSky. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you next time.